guys, it's Ray. Welcome to another video. This time I have my headset working. Hopefully that doesn't happen again where it stopped working for some strange reason. I have no idea why, so I apologize for the bad audio quality in my last video, but I think it will be better from now on, hopefully. I hope. So as you can tell in this video, I already started with a little bit of a shell, and this shell is Silly Simma's shell. He's another YouTuber, and I found out on his Twitter page that he's doing a shell. I don't think it's as much of a challenge, but it's more like just a shell that you can do for fun, and he's going to tour them on his YouTube channel. So the best thing about this shell, and the thing that drew me in, that made me really want to do it, was that he said you could add however much you want onto this. It was a very small shell, as you could see at first. So I originally didn't know, I didn't know if I was going to do it, but when I saw that part of the rules is like you were allowed to add things to it, I totally went for that because I knew I wanted to do something big. And sometimes when I do a super big build, especially a modern one, I don't know how to start out with it. So this was perfect because he gave me sort of a starting point. And as you could see, the shell sort of came with this bottom box area and then a top area, but then the walls sort of extended out on the sides to create this sort of balcony space. And I saw that and I thought that would be perfect if it was a hotel, because the balconies can kind of be separated from each other. So I ran with this idea and I ended up creating just this like super modern luxury hotel. It has 28 bedrooms and they all have en-suites. So I mean, technically, like, you wouldn't necessarily have your Sims live here, but it can always be like a venue to have events at. You could add a wedding arch and have a wedding here. You could have a party here because there's a swimming pool and there's a bar, there's a cafe, there's plenty of seating. There are like little desks with computers. So there's definitely enough activities for your Sims to do here without even living here. And you could just kind of have it in your town as like, you know, like a meeting spot or something. So that's kind of what I intended it to be for. And this features like a lot of glass. So I use those clear glass floor pieces that come with Island Living. You'll see I add them in later. And basically what I do is I create the whole hallway space is open. So it's in like this courtyard, and all the rooms, all the doors to enter the rooms are facing this courtyard. And they all have like a balcony that's overlooking the courtyard, and at the bottom is a pool. So I just thought that it was super cool, and like it made it super bright and just like allowed me to feature a lot of glass pieces in this. And I really liked doing that because it just adds definitely to the modern style. And I don't know, it was a lot of fun doing. And this challenge, I'm pretty sure it goes until September 27th. So if you're watching this and you still have time to do it, I recommend checking it out because it was a lot of fun for me to do. And obviously you don't have to build like a giant thing like I did. I mean, you know, if you've seen any of my other videos, you know that sometimes I like to go a little crazy and I go all out. But obviously the shell started out very small, so you could obviously turn this into like, you know, a cute little suburban home or something like that. You definitely don't have to do what I do because I'm kind of crazy. But so what I do with this to make it a little more modern is I add these wall pieces that come from Dine Out, and they look like waves kind of. And this, just because of like these wall decorations that come with Dine Out, I definitely recommend getting the pack if you're a builder, because not only does it come with this, but it comes this nice mirror that I use a lot in the build. It's like a mirror, and it's like the normal rectangular wall mirror, but it also has a light attached to it, so it kind of makes it look like super modern and fancy with the light surrounding it. I also used a few spotlights that came with Get Famous to kind of like add to the grandness, is that a word? I don't know, of the build, because it kind of has like the spotlights like moving back and forth. And I thought that it was super, like, I tried to make it super lit up at night. I also used the Spa Day wallpaper, and it glows in the dark. So I really just tried to make this super bright at night, and I thought that I did a pretty good job of making it really pop. So, you know, if you ever want this kind of build to kind of stand out from some other builds, this one is probably the one to do it, at least based off of all my other builds. This is the one that really pops the most, I think. So it is kind of different from what I normally do. I have been trying to push myself, as you may know, to do some more modern builds. So I was really feeling it with this one, and this is kind of different than the other few modern builds I've done, because I usually make them like monochromatic, like black and white basically, and I'll use tulle and stuff to like use round shapes and that makes it more modern, but this one it's basically a box. Like, it's a big box and then there are a bunch of little boxes like sprouting out from it, kind of. So it is a little bit different than what I've done, but I had a lot of fun doing it, and I don't think it looks too bad. It kind of looks a little awkward from some angles, but my main goal obviously is to make it look nice from the front, so I feel like I did a pretty good job. And the back is kind of cool too, because it looks like just this kind of clear cube, like all made from windows, and like it looks pretty cool. So you can kind of see like the courtyard area from back there. And I didn't add that many plants, but I added just a few to, you know, give it some just some like style. Basically, I didn't want to be super like bleak and white, because that's like basically the only color I use. I use white and I use clear with the windows. So I definitely wanted to make it pop a little bit, and I think I did a good job with that, because I used the light and I added a few plants, and I also added some objects out front to make it look like it's, you know, a hotel that's in use. I added some debug cars, and as you can see, I have this little filter on that's called Organized Debug, and it's by Twisted Mexi. It's very new, like it just came out a few days ago. I definitely recommend getting it if you like building with mods. Basically, it doesn't like add anything for your game, like there are no new objects or anything, but what it does is it, like it says, it organizes your debug menu, so you can copy items from the debug. He named every item specifically, so like you can search for items, like, you know, you don't have to scroll through that entire thing and find like, oh, I want this wall but I don't know where it is. You just can search like wall and like it will show up, because he named everything, and it is amazing to use. The only little thing about it is that you have to remember to uncheck the Organized Debug, exit the game, and come back before you upload it to the gallery, because it will mark it as using CC if you do upload to the gallery with the filter on. So as you can see, sometimes when I'm checking what it looks like from like the gallery image, you'll see that it has a little custom content symbol, but when I upload it to the gallery, it ends up not having any custom content, and that's just the way that the mod works. But I definitely recommend checking this out if you're a builder and you love using debug objects, because it just makes it so much easier. Like, I can't even stress it enough to find all the objects that you want, and you can copy them, and just, it's so amazing. Like, and you can filter just by debug objects, so like you can go to plants and then filter debug or live edit, and it only shows the ones that come with that, and it's organized, like they know, like the game knows that it's plants, so you don't have to like scroll through a bunch of stuff, which is just amazing. And I definitely recommend you guys check that out if you don't have it. I'm definitely not a mods person. I only downloaded my first mod a few months ago when I got Tool, and since then I've only downloaded a few other ones, and they are all by Twisted Mexi. So like, I know it seems kind of uncomfortable maybe, like, or a little different if you're not used to mods, but neither was I, and it's super easy. Like, I thought it was going to be super complicated, because in The Sims 3 it was a little more complicated because of like the whole launcher thing. That confused me a lot in The Sims 3, but it's a lot easier in The Sims 4, because basically you just download it and then you move that folder from downloads into mods, and then that's it. And then once you open the game, you'll be able to see what mods are activated, and you'll be able to play around with them and just kind of see like, and turn some on or off, and see like what's in use and what you can use. And it's just so much fun to play around with them and see what they can do, and I definitely recommend checking that out if you haven't. I know I was a little bit just hesitant to look at them at first, but now that I have, I know how easy it is, I'm like never going back. So I definitely recommend you check that out if it interests you at all. But basically, I am done talking about this video, so I'm just gonna leave you guys here. I hope you enjoy the rest. I don't record myself building any of the bedrooms, but you can see screenshots at the end. Basically, all the bedrooms are almost exactly the same. It's very repetitive because I used all the same beds, all the same decorations, and all the same furniture. Like, you'll see it would get very repetitive. So you can see I include some of the bedrooms in screenshots at the end if you do want to check out what those kind of look like, and you can also see it from the screenshots of the floor plan. So if you guys are interested, I just recommend going to the end of the video if you want to see what that looks like. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week, and I hope you have a great week, and I hope to see you or talk to you soon. Bye guys.